Finally, a plug-in that really sounds and feels like the greatest records of my childhood. Next on Music Surgery with me, Dr. Bob. Hey, before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. Also, there are tons of great samples from my personal library below in the description of every video. They're all pay what you want. And lastly, if you want me to work on your music, hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com. So music makes you hear and feel a certain way, and until now, no plugin has ever made me feel the way the old Queen, Steely Dan, Cars, Journey, and Fleetwood Mac records have. True silky top and huge warm bottom. Well, they finally cracked the code on this. Watch this. All right, you guys, this one is especially exciting for me because I love the sound of classic rock music, and I'm working on my own project that's very much oriented that way. And I've played some bits and pieces on the channel of my stuff before. This is one I'm really excited about, and to have this plug-in is really a game changer for anyone that loves that type of sound and that kind of music. Let me play you this with the plug-in off, and then I'll put it on and we can talk about it and I'll show you. Here's a snippet of this section with the plug-in off. Okay, that was a little long, but I wanted you to hear the whole section because that section varies in low end, big toms, and all that. So what do we have here? We have this. This is the plug-in that's the P821 Stevens tape machine. This machine was famous for being on Roy Thomas Baker Records, who did the old Journey stuff, the Cars, the old Cars stuff, all the pre-Mutt Cars stuff, and Bohemian Rhapsody, amongst other things. Asia, even if you're not a Steely Dan fan, I'm a gigantic Steely Dan fan. Probably the greatest sonic sounding album ever is Steely Dan Asia. And this was mixed on that or recorded on that. Well, both, I guess. Fleetwood Mac, it goes on and on and on. This was the machine to have. So we have a great emulation of it. And let me play you this section with bypassing it and putting it on, and you can hear the difference. Here we go. And this is by Pulsar Modular. Great company. Really cool stuff. They don't mess around. So anyway, here we go. Okay, that's a fantastic difference. I like the mix before, but this is putting that, I mean, to my ear, Roy Thomas Baker sheen on things. Just the way that the bottom and the top, it's not an EQ thing, it's a tape thing. And I've been really brutally honest about tape emulation plugins on this channel. I don't like any of them. I think they're all a joke. I did like Mixhead. I do like that one for Sarabin type music. But all the other stuff, I didn't get it because, they're so big on distortion, and I never heard tape machines like that. I in that way. I know that they do that, but I always heard tape machines with that super silky top and that really round booming bottom. And I know that, distortion is a big thing and all that, but man, I'm sorry. I don't never wanted a tape machine for that. Back in the day, if you were hitting the tape too hard for that distortion, they'd tell you to back it down on the input. So anyway, we have 30 IPS, 15 IPS. That's how fast. It was 15 inches per second or 30 inches per second. That's how fast the tape machine spun. We have two different types of tape here, the 456 and 900. Bias, low shelf. You can get modulation. Here's the flange. Super cool. These red, when this is red, that means it's bypassed. There's high and low shelf, pre and post EQ, and bias. You can also take it just through the machine, not as it's hitting the tape, but just the through, and I'll play you that. Obviously, hitting the tape is just wonderful. The 900 to me brings out a little more bottom in the 15 IPS. Let me play you that. I mean, for this song, that seems to be the best. They also have a hiss here, which they claim that they've gone through great lengths to model the hiss, and something about the hiss can glue everything together. I don't know about that one. Maybe it does. I've turned it off. Let me put it on to see if I can tell. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just not listening to the right part. But I know that when there's quiet parts of the song, I don't want that. Maybe you can automate that. That's something I'll give a few listens to. I'm not sure that I'm consumed with the hiss button. Another really cool thing is this up here. I don't think there's a control for it, but this is some kind of spread. You can spread it that wide or that wide. So let's play with that. When this is off, it's gray. When it's the first click, it's that wide, and when it's all the way that wide. So let's see how this does. Very subtle, but I can hear that. Again, when I get a plug-in like this, and this, I've gone on YouTube and watched Mark Daniel. Oh, sorry, can't remember his name. He does great mixes, and he reps a lot of stuff for Pulsar Modular. Mark Daniel. I'm sorry, Mark. When there's he puts it on vocals, it sounds great. He puts it on a snare, sounds great. Puts it on a bass, sounds great. The first thing I do with a plugin like this is I put it right on the master bus. We're all interested in something on our master bus that can give us a little more. So I did, and this is absolutely fantastic. It puts that sheen on it that I've never known what that sheen was, but I've always with Roy Thomas Baker records, especially wondered if that machine was the thing that did it, because he's really has a lot of similarity tonally between a lot of these records. I also heard that they dump a lot of 1K out of mixes. So that could be as well. But this does that. This gives me the feeling of that era. And to me, those are still the best records, the best songs, the best mixes, the best players, singers that have existed in my lifetime. So to have something like this that can motivate that can bring that essence of that sound to now, and not try to find one of these old machines that probably half works and who do you have work on it and tape, and that's just not practical anymore. Just especially for what I do, where I'm working a lot of songs at the same time for different artists, some of my own. I just couldn't, that couldn't happen. So to have this is a real game changer. Go grab it, do a demo of it, and put it on a mix, amongst other things inside the mix, and you're really going to be blown away, because I really liked my mix before, but I mean, it sounds like somebody threw a towel over the speaker. So let me turn it off again. Just the warmth of those toms and the silky top end. It's not like EQ. It's that thing. Go grab this. They don't represent me in any way. I don't represent them in any way. When I get something that's this great, I just want to share it, because I'm excited about hearing music with something like this on it that brings me back, gives me those feelings of the greatest records ever made. Amazing results, for real. No tape plug-in hype here. This time, a real game changer for modern day recording and mixing. Thanks so much for watching. Give me some comment, love, and a thumbs up below. And hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com if you want to say hello or you want me to work on your music. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you the next time the doctor's in.